Hi, this is Ramirez with Tidewater Renaissance Fighting Arts, and today I'm going to do a first impressions video. This is not truly a review because I really haven't had a chance to use this yet, but I'm really kind of excited. I've just gotten it at Christmas, so I'm going to share with you my thoughts and just a first impression of the Purpleheart VB Harnischfechten Sword. So, just a disclaimer, this leather covering is something I put on there. It does have a very wide and spatulated point that I will, if you go to their website, you can see is very wide, is very spatulated. I don't like hurting my friends, so I did put a leather tip on it. I figure that will also help give me some grip when I'm trying to hit targets. Harnischfechten is different from Blossfechten when they talk about HEMA. The goal here is really to do more half sorting and half sorting techniques. This is a little over 4 pounds, which, if you know anything about your competition fetters and stuff, that's heavy. This is way thicker than your average fetter. You will notice those indentations. I will get to that in a moment. This is meant to be a lot stiffer. If you were to hit someone, they would know it. The point, as I said, is to do half sorting with this, which is why you'll notice the quillins are particularly a button style. And if you were to jam them, they're not like rounded or edged in some way that could really be bad. They're meant to be a little more blunty than regular quillins. The pommel is fairly oversized, certainly very, very large pommel. You'll notice that it has a wire wrap and then a leather wrap. You're supposed to hold it on the leather wrap and leave this open for techniques, gripping other weapons, gripping parts of the armor and pulling. This is not a standard Blossfechten cuts and house kind of thing. This is really meant for the ort, meant for the thrust. And it is very, very stiff. That just isn't happening. So, not meant for any type of sparring if you're not sparring in harness. The goal here, once again, is to be able to counter techniques, to be able to thrust with that point, to fight against someone. This does not give a lot of flex. And it has a little indentation here just to remind you of where to grab for half sorting. So when I was holding it this way and you saw the little indentations, that's actually in the blade. It's a little thinner right here, just to help you get a hold of it, just to know where you need to hold it. If you want to Mordschlag someone, you want something that's nice and sturdy, and this delivers. It will deliver that Mordschlag or Mordhau very nicely. You probably still shouldn't do that to your friends, but you could do it. And this is, you really feel the power that this was meant to do that kind of stuff with. I know that Matt Easton and some other people have talked about certain weapons that were designed for half sorting and they were heavier. In some cases, they had some weird handles. This is one of those. This is really meant to fight in harness, to use the point to thrust into the different gaps. As I said, this is very, very heavy. I would not want to, if someone was in their Blossfechten gear, you would not want to cut and strike them with this. I don't think in armor you would necessarily want to get struck with this, but at least you'd be more likely to take a shot with the tip. But yeah, did Mordschlag, even in armor, that's gonna then put a dent in your helm. It is really impressive. The weight does work well with the idea of going with the cross. You know, if you do Fiore, you're doing cross techniques. I really just On the one hand, I can't wait to use it. On the other hand, I would only use it in a tournament setting against someone with the proper armor. I wouldn't go with, if a friend was in half armor and no chainmail and stuff. This would be a huge, problem for them, and so I can't honestly. If you're not actually doing harness fecting, this is not for you. Um, I've had people ask, or I've seen comments about there's is good for Purpleheart. I don't know. I don't do Purpleheart. So I know VB makes a Purpleheart sword that's very similar looking, but I suspect that, well, I'm not even going to put in an opinion. I don't do Purpleheart. I can't recommend it for that. But for Harnischfechten, yeah, this feels like it's going to be a lot of fun to use. So I do look forward to it. It was very reasonably priced for what it is. I felt. I think it retails for $350, and I have fetters that are almost twice that much. So this was a really, really nice, very, very powerful feeling sword. I do look forward to being able to use it, but it will probably be a little while till I get a chance to. So doing an in-depth review on it will probably be a little while. The other side of it was I wanted to get something out there because there's maybe one other video reviewing this sword, and I felt like, well, I have it. Let me give you my initial impressions on it. If you do have particular questions, I'll try to link the item below with the specs so that you can get a sense for that. If you do have other questions, feel free to leave comments in the comments section below, or questions in the comments section below. Once again, I'm Ramirez. I'm part of Tidewater Renaissance Fighting Arts. We are based out of Norfolk, Virginia, and I'll leave a link below if you'd like some more information. And until then, I will see you in the next video.